The Suns beat the Warriors. They extend their win streak to 17 games. They are the best team in the NBA. They just beat the Warriors with only Booker playing 15 minutes, 104-96. They completely shut down Steph Curry, who had his worst shooting night ever when he attempts 20 or more shots. Mikal Bridges is just a great defender. There's no other way to put it. He's a lockdown defender. He's pesky. He has a long wingspan, and he's pretty athletic, so he could keep up with almost anybody. He has great conditioning. So even though Curry was running all over the court, Mikal Bridges was right there on his hip, following him everywhere. He only scored 2 points, but that defense he played on Steph Curry has like tremendous value. You can't put a value on that. Shout out Mikal Bridges for having a great game. And Booker has been amazing throughout this run. He's been amazing. Unfortunately, he couldn't finish the game. He had a hamstring injury, and we all know hamstring injuries are very iffy. Like if you push him, if you don't take that rest, if you don't let it heal, that hamstring could bother you for the whole season. And you don't want that, especially if you're the Suns and you're on this hot win streak and you kind of have NBA Finals aspirations, losing the finals last year. It's almost like NBA Finals are bust. So why would you rush Booker on a regular season game? Although against the Warriors, to see who's the top dog, but at the end of the day, it won't matter too much. Maybe in the seedings, but you kind of want to rest him. But for them to be able to give Booker that rest and still get the victory, there's no words to describe it. The Suns are the best team in the NBA right now. And Chris Paul is a savant, 36 years old, playing in his 17th season. Like, I can't believe it. Chris Paul, who a lot of people had written off, once he went to OKC, you were like, okay, that's it. That's the end of his career as a member of a contender, as a member of a team that's relevant, that's gonna be playing on TNT, that's gonna be playing on ESPN on a nightly basis. Like, you're gonna if you want to watch Chris Paul, you're gonna have to get the league pass so that you're able to watch the local telecast for OKC. And that's it. He's gonna fade into obscurity, and we're not gonna forget about him because he's an all-time great. But as far as like players that are gonna impact the playoff race, he's done. That's it. And Chris Paul, being the all-time great that he is, he took that personally, and he made OKC better than expected. He got them to the playoffs, and he went to the Suns afterwards, and he just completely turned that franchise around. The Suns, who won 7-8 straight games in the bubble, who made the finals last year. This team looks better than all those teams. Ayton is really coming into his own after being drafted, number 3 overall in that 2018 draft, I believe, 2019 draft. He's really coming into his own. I think Booker and Chris Paul have said in this offseason that they were going to get Ayton paid. And well, he's going to get paid. And obviously, Chris Paul and Booker have something to do with it, but Ayton deserves most of the credit. He's really developed. He's good on the low post. He's athletic. He runs the whole court. He can defend really, really well. I'm just very impressed with Ayton. And if you're in the West, he just provides a matchup nightmare against you guys, because almost every team's trying to go small. Every team's trying to play quicker, have as many shooters as they can out on the court. Ayton is like the counter to that. He's big, he's strong, he can finish at the rim, and he could just out rebound anybody. If you go too small, Ayton could punish you, and he's just gonna be a matchup nightmare. The Suns are built very, very well. They're deep. They have probably the best 1-2 combination at point guard and shooting guard. We'll see how Klay comes back. We'll see if Kyrie ever plays, but Chris Paul and Booker is probably as good as it gets right now in the NBA. No loss November, as Devin Booker tweeted out. The Suns are on fire, and I just hope, as an NBA fan, as a Laker fan, I do hope that they got hot too early. But as an NBA fan, I want to see everyone going into the playoffs at their best, so we have like just epic matchups in the playoffs. So I just hope the Suns aren't getting too hot too soon. Like, we still got a lot of NBA left. We got December, January, February, March, and then the playoffs start around April, May. NBA Finals are around June. So hopefully for the Suns, this is not too quick. This is not too much too early. I hope they have, a lot in the gas and they're not burning it all out right now. But I don't think so. Like, they did make the finals last year. They should be very focused on what their goal is. They should know that all of this is great. You know, they're about to break the franchise record for most win for their win streak, or they're about to tie it. If I think they play the Pistons, if they beat the Pistons, they tie their record, and then they play the Warriors for the record to set a new one. I'm pretty sure this is all great. They would all love to be part of history, tie that record, extend it. But if they don't, I'm pretty sure they all understand that the goal is to make it back to the finals and give themselves a chance to lift the Bill O'Brien trophy. But congratulations to the Suns. 17-game win streak. No loss November. Shout out to the Suns. Shout out to Chris Paul mainly. You are a savant. And Monty Williams, great coach.